Are you tired of scribbling on the bottom of your disc with a marker so that everybody knows that that disc is yours? Well, the days of that are over. Welcome to flight plate stamps and customizing your disc like a pro.
Hey, Aaron. You done messed up, Aaron.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Aaron Rogers here, and today I'm going to be showing you just a quick video about flight plate stamps. I got these from flightplatestamps.com. There'll be a link to their website in the video description. And what these are just some custom stamps that you can get. You can put them on the bottom of your disc so that it's a nice way to identify that they're your discs. So I'm going to show you how I apply those. I sent them two different designs. One is my Team Basket Bashers stamp, and then the other is my Aaron Rodgers YouTube logo stamp. There's a multitude of sizes that you can do, and really the detail on it is pretty exquisite. I'll do some close-up shots of this, but the Team Basket Bashers stamp has a lot of really fine detail, and it came out perfect. So they can really dial in what you have for your design. I've got a few different discs here, kind of multitude of plastics. I have some premium type plastic, I have some base type plastic, and then I also even have some Vision plastic. So you guys probably know I throw the MVP Axiom Streamline brand of product. So that's the plastics that I have. I would imagine that it's going to hold true throughout the different manufacturers of discs. So I'm going to show you how I apply it with these stamps here. Just so you guys know, you'll get a stamp, whatever size you've ordered. You can pick out your color of ink. I just purchased black, but I do have some black discs that I would have probably preferred to put white on, but I'll show you some images. I put a black stamp on the black disc and it came out super clean still. You can still see it, so it kind of has that murdered out look that we all know when it's all black. And then they also send you this cleaning chemical, so I'll show you how that comes into play. If you make a mistake, you can spray that on there and wipe it off your disc. So I'll do that so you guys can see that it does take the ink off so that you can kind of live free of fear that you're gonna mess up your disc by stamping it. So without any further ado, I'll grab a couple of discs and we'll stamp them up and see how it goes. Okay, so to start out here, we'll take just this kind of premium plastic here. Pick your spot that you want to put your stamp on. And before I put any ink on here, what I like to do is, if you want to make sure that it's straight and right where you want it to go, I like to kind of push the edge of my stamp up against the flight plate or against the rim there, and then push down, and then when I pop it up, I'll know that it's straight and kind of not wonky and crooked like this. So that's a technique that I like to use. So you're going to get your ink, and it does come with a nice little clear protector here. And let's just go with my Aaron Rodgers stamp. And again, you can see it's a really crisp, clean stamp. No issues on there with kind of muddled up edges and things like that. So give yourself a couple of tamps down. It doesn't take a lot of ink. If you look and you see, you can still see a little bit of the red stamp. So then I would kind of hit it one or two more times. And what I actually do is, on the first time I stamp a dry pad, I always just kind of do a test and see where it's kind of coming in thick or light, and that gives me an idea that the ink is properly placed or not. So a few stamps there, bring it in. I always have a spot that I like to go. I'm pushing this up against the edge, come down, press down, and lift, and that's it. So you can see I kind of came in a little light here. It's not terrible, but I'd like it to be a little more crisp. So I'll show you how this cleaning chemical works. And I always like to cover my ink, keep that protected. So now you take your cleaning spray here, just a couple of squirts on there, just let it sit for a second. You can already see it's kind of beating up that ink. And then you just come by with your towel and it wipes right off. Nice and clean, no more residue, no left behind stuff where your stamp used to be. So clean, fresh start. I do recommend making sure you get it really wiped off so that you don't have any of that cleaning chemical where you want to replace that stamp. Set it back down, Load up again on some more ink. That looks good to me. Find your spot, good firm pressure, and pop. And look at that, perfect every time. Don't mind my barking dog there. She hears a mosquito outside or something, I'm sure. So you can see how crisp that came out. No residue left behind from the last one. And let's set that one aside and let it dry. Now I'll use more of a base plastic. Guys, anode putters, by the way, if you haven't tried them out, they are fantastic. So go ahead and lay this down. Give it a little wipe, make sure it's clean. And now we're gonna go with the Team Basket Basher stamp. You can see there's a lot of detail, the chains, the writing, even the word team in the top of the hat there. It's really small, fine details. I'll give it a few taps on the pad. Like I said before, I always will come through and just do a test. It comes through, it's a little light, but it looks even. So now we'll give this a few good taps. That top corner needs a little ink. Looks good there. Come through, put it up on the top edge, press down firm, pop it up. Look at how clean that comes out. You can zoom in there. I'll take some pictures and upload them too, but you can see the word team clear as day, no muddled edges, super nice and clean. All right, I'm gonna do another one on this base plastic and show you that it does wipe off of this base plastic as well, not just the kind of premium plastic there. So let's go back with my Aaron Rodgers logo, find my spot, press down flat, pop it up. It's a shame to wipe this off because that's a clean stamp there, but I'll show you how it works. Again, you don't need a lot, just a couple of sprays. Make sure that it gets all of the stamp into the liquid. I actually missed it a little bit there. There we go. Let it sit for a sec. You can see it's already kind of beating it off. Come through. Give it a good clean wipe, firm pressure. Look at, nothing is left behind. So you can stamp freely and not have that fear that you're gonna mess up. So let's go ahead and put the Aaron Rodgers stamp back on there. Couple of taps of the ink. Lock it into the edge with the, I'm gonna show you a better view of that. So what I'm doing is, as I come in here, I'm locking that edge of that block onto there. So then I have a good proper placement. So come in here, lock it in, down firm pressure, pop it up. Again, nice, crisp, clean lines. Really fantastic looking stamp. I would set those aside and let them dry. Sometimes I'll place them in front of a fan to kind of accentuate it, or even set it out into the sun. And that does definitely help them dry. All right, so let's also stamp some fission plastic just so you can see that even this blend holds up well to the ink and it's easy to apply. Again, find your edges, press down firm pressure and lift. Perfect every time. Nice and clean. I'll get some pictures of some of my other discs. I definitely recommend the stamps go on the bottom. I have put some on the top and they do hold up pretty well, but you know, if you're hitting trees or things like that, it does kind of scuff it up. It is just surface ink. So really the best place to put those is underneath, and that'll be protected because that gets kind of, you know, hit less than the top of the flight plate. So anyway, that's how you apply flight plate stamps, and also how you remove them and reapply them. Okay, something else to mention too, they put an embossed version of your logo on the top of the block here. So if you're trying to figure out where you want to put it and you don't want to use the technique where I line up the edge of this with the disc and you want to put it somewhere else, that image that you see embossed on there directly correlates to where the stamp is on the underside. So there's no guesswork. You can really dial in where you want that to be. If you want to have it, you know, angled or whatever you want, and you want it maybe more towards the middle of the disc or something like that, this is what you're going to use as your guide when you place that stamp down on your disc to make sure you put it in the right location. And here's just a nice detailed view to show you how crisp that stamp comes out on that disc. And you guys saw this was one that I had applied, wiped, and reapplied. Very crisp, clean lines, no bleeding. Absolutely beautiful. And here's the more detailed Team Basket Bashers logo. You guys saw me apply this. Very clean and crisp. I mean, all of the letters, all of the details, even these tiny little lines outside on the gears, the lines on the hat, the letters, everything is just super crisp. I know I say that word a lot, but that's the best way to describe it. You don't have a muddled up kind of bleeding ink stamp. It really comes out crisp and clean, exactly what you would want it to be. All right, friends, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. That is my review of my stamps from flightplatestamps.com. Again, if you need to order some for yourself, which I highly recommend you do, check out a link to their website in the description below. Get on there and order yourself 1 or 12 and stamp up those discs. Remember, you can get different color ink and different size stamps as well. So if you want a little smaller, a little bigger, then you can adjust your needs for what you want for your discs. Send them your logo, it's super easy. It doesn't take you but a few seconds. Upload your image, pick the size of the stamp you want, the color of the ink that you'd like, and you're done. I got my stamps in about a week, right around there. So it's a really nice fast turnaround, very good quality product. They ship it in a nice box and it's well protected. You can get a multitude of inks. And black is obviously probably one of the most popular, but they have like white and gold and all kinds of different colors. So get on there and pick out the things that you like and get them sent to you so that you can start stamping your own discs. Thank you so much for watching the video of my review of Flight Plate stamps, and be sure to check out the other videos here on my channel. I have course reviews and some kind of fun rounds, and I'll be filming a Beat the Basket Bashers challenge here next week to issue out to you guys for a chance to win a prize. And as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you could do me a favor and share this video or any of the other videos on my channel with your friends on social media, that would really help me to grow my channel. And it opens up a lot more creator options for me on YouTube, which will help me to kind of reach more of the masses. So thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you on the next one. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Basket Bashers Disc Golf. Check them out at basketbashersdiscgolf.com. Let's get out there and make 2022 an amazing year. Have fun and stay safe.